What's going on, everybody? It's another great day and a fresh year. I just wanted to start this video off by saying thank you to everybody who has subbed to me. I finally hit 1,000 subs last year. It was my goal to hit 1,000 subs within the first year, and we crushed it, even though we just hit it. But hey, getting there is getting there. I ain't complaining. Listen, I don't know what the goal is going to be this year, but I definitely want to pump out a lot more long-term content. But without further ado, I feel as though it is time to show off my E46 build in full. Everything that I've done to it to make it drift worthy, street worthy, make it to the track, make it home after being driven hard as fuck all day. I mean, like, driven 3 hours, 4 hours to the track and driven all day and driven home. I love this car. Shout out Rez again. He traded me this E46 for my S197 Mustang, which is now Huey's Mustang. And this car has been amazing. So I would like to go over everything that's on the car, and maybe if somebody was to ask what do they need to do to their build, or they want to start drifting their E46, probably just the minimum to get them sideways. If I could go back, not really go back because I love my car, but if I was to get another E46 as like a cool car, what would I do to that? So let's get into it. Let's jump into it. Here we have my 2004 BMW E46. Well, it should have said 330. It's a 330, but you know, it's just E46. Sorry, just recently did my F30 front end swap. Still love it. I cannot complain at all. Motor is stock as fuck, other than just doing my gaskets, making sure that no oil was leaking from my motor. That is very important. People are always saying, oh, my motor's leaking. Do your fucking maintenance. It's not that hard. Adam LZ even said it, but it was window regulator. I kind of took that to heart. My window's still fucked up, but it rolls up and down. I did a ride along with a dude, and he slammed the door, and it broke off. I got to just get the clip part, you know. But window goes up and down, so just don't worry about that. Anywho, yeah, I put a rag over this with a zip tie just to stop the power steering fluid from leaking down, and it has been very good to me. So I'm not going to complain on that. Yeah, don't ask. Most of the time, there's a black off plate that goes onto this. I did not do that. I just filled it up with JB Weld. It is what it is. Don't hate. It's not your build. It worked for me, so if you don't want to pay the money for the plate, just JB Weld it. I started with some putty. Stuck the putty in there, made a nice little base. It got dry, and then I went on with the wet stuff all around it. Anywho, we also have long tube headers, catless. So I guess we do have some type of performance part for the motor, but I wouldn't really count that. You feel me? So let's get into, I guess I can get into it now, but BC racing coilovers. Yes, finally got them. I had to buy another whole E46 just to get them and part it out, which I got this nice seat from as well, and I have not used it. I got the seat bracket from it though. Using that. Yeah, let's get into the steering. I also forgot to mention that on the motor, I did the thermostat, the water pump, and replaced the fan as well. So I didn't want to leave those parts out just in case, you know, somebody else was following along in this build. Like I said, the car drives to the track, drives home. I need to find some wood for this one. I've never had any problems with reliability as far as the car goes. I know that I've had some hiccups in the past, but that was off of some torquing down a bolt. A bolt just came loose. mistakes happen. People do stupid shit, or vibrations also happen. So don't hate the player. Hate the game. So for our steering combination, we got some Wizard of Lock arms. They came on this E46, if I'm not mistaken. They did not. What E46 things come on? Got them off of 325 that I bought as a part out car, and it was a nightmare. I really don't want to get it too into the details of the dude's a fucking crook. With cut knuckles and obviously the BC Racing coilovers, like I said before. This combination has been nothing but amazing to me. I had the little eBay angle adapter on there prior with regular knuckles, and it was good till it wasn't. You know, so I don't want to say don't do it, but at the same time, maybe just go a different route, just to not have that point of failure. But also, I had the eBay version. I didn't have the professional version, so please don't give me hate. I'm sorry. Back into it. For the motor, we also have the rev shift motor mounts, tied in with the trans mounts, tied in with the diff mounts. But back into the diff mounts. Not all the diff mounts are like that. We also have solid mounts for the actual subframe. That also got the bronze tag to it. Let's move back up to the front. So I mentioned that I had the long tube headers. It's to a stock exhaust. There's nothing else on there. We had the ZF Trans, which I love it as well. We have a one-piece drive shaft that I ended up getting from a guy who also sold me the ZF Trans, sorry. So everything pretty much went together. I had no complaints with it. It has been nothing but amazing, and I don't have that Guibo slap sound. So I also love that part. To the rear of the car, these are honestly Amazon camber arms on the rear, and people talk down on them, but they're amazing as well. So there's also another video. So I also have the Part Shop Max full bearing conversion for the rear. It is amazing as well. Also tied in with the R-Tab upgrade up there. This is amazing other than the spacers on the inside, because if you lose them due to you not torquing something down or vibrations coming loose, you are going to have a tough time trying to find that on the track. Ask me how I know. Anyways, this is the camber arm that actually broke on me at MIR, came down, hit the wheel, flattened out completely because it got stuck and everything, and had to have Jesse's help fixing it. Shout out Jesse. He really helped me out. I wouldn't have been able to get it done without him at the time because you really needed a device. Other than that, everything back here is pretty much stock. I have a stock sway bar. I have no sway bar in the front. I'm not running any sway bar, and a welded diff. I don't know the diff ratio because I got it in a pinch just because I was having problems with the build in the beginning, getting everything together as far as the manual swap, because this car was an automatic when I bought it or traded for it, and it was not a manual. So obviously you run into the problems with the drive shaft and everything, and the diff matching them. And I had the original diff, which I wish would have worked for the car here, and obviously that's not going to work. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that's done to the car to make it drift worthy. I don't think I need to go to the interior because that's not what this video is about. If you want to get a bucket seat, get a bucket seat. I highly recommend a bucket seat because it keeps you locked in while you're drifting. I'm going to show you the interior. So interior wise, everything is stock. I'm not going to lie to you. I do have an eBay, well, it's not eBay, it's Amazon. An Amazon short hub with an NRG quick release. Momo steering wheel. Also had to get that out the part out. Which I'm pretty sure I mentioned I had to buy a whole E46 just to get the BC Racing coilovers, this seat, and this steering wheel. I know. And I made this. I know that this is missing. I took the button out. I made this door card, and that was the purpose of the bucket seat. The bucket seat keeps you locked into your car when you're drifting. You're able to focus on the road. You're not sitting there holding your legs like this, trying to hold your body in. You're actually locked in. And I ended up taking off the armrest just due to me throwing the wheel. I actually would elbow it a few times. So, and I love this look right here. And I know that this is green and this is purple. I don't know if I mentioned it or not. The car's getting repainted. So the purple is going to be going bye-bye anyway. What? I know I do this all the time. Car's getting repainted. So the white and blue is going to be going bye-bye. And I'm pretty happy for it. So we'll see how that goes. But back into the build. So in a nutshell, that is pretty much the full overview in a way of everything that's on the car performance-wise, not maintenance-wise. I also did the fuel filter as well. Keep up with my oil changes, make sure all my gaskets are so good, nothing's leaking, and overhauling the cooling system on this car. And you will really have a unit. And obviously sometimes it's depending on the car. That's not every case. But that should be your motive when owning an E46. They do leak oil, but that's on the owner. Do the maintenance. It won't leak oil. And I'm saying all this, and of course probably go out and it'll leak oil, but I'll just put it up in the air and fix it. Why would you want it to keep leaking? Just take the time, do the work. Take the time, do the work. All right, feel me? I've taught a lot of people how to throw these cars. They might not want to admit it, but I have. I've gotten in the passenger seat with them and showed them what to do. I was really upset with this car because I felt as though I needed power to drift. I thought I drive a boosted S197 Mustang, and I felt as though, and that's the car I actually learned how to drift in. Well, kind of. It's the first one that I linked to track. And I thought I needed power. I hated the car. That's why I got the other Mustang. I didn't know how to throw a car. I didn't know that there was more to drifting than just power. I was really ignorant to the fact. So I ended up learning the chassis, learning the car, learning how to throw it, and it became my bread and butter. I know this car better than I know my Mustang, and Mustangs are my dream car. I did a transmission job. I probably can hold a record on transmission job, and I don't need 1,000,001 fucking extensions to get it out. I could do the starter in record time, probably like 20 minutes, just due to the fact that I've done it so much. I know the tricks of it. I know where I need to angle things. This car was built with love, and it's really smart the way that they do things, and I actually applaud it. At first, I hated it, and I talked so much shit, like, why the fuck would they? My phone died. It is what it is. I need to upgrade this year and get an actual camera. Anywho, back to the build. If I could go back, well, let me scratch that. The build process, I told you everything that's been done to the car as far as maintenance-wise. All gaskets replaced, thermostat, water pump, fan clutch just because it went out. The electric fan's still good. I just wanted the fan clutch in there just for extra, airflow. I don't have the front scoop on there because I did the F30 front end swap, ZF trans, one-piece drive shaft, solid bushings for the subframe, the rev shift drift bushings for the diff, trans, and the motor, shop part max, full bearing conversion, including the R-tabs, with the upgraded, so I can get further adjustment, upgraded bracket, long tube headers, stock exhaust. I do have a bucket seat. I do have an extra that I haven't put in the car yet. And that's pretty much it. If I could go back, or not really go back, but which I do plan on doing. I do plan on getting another E46. I love this car. I love the chassis. I plan on just doing coilovers just so I can get my suspension correct. Shout out Chelsea DeNova. I followed his video through and through, and it has made this car just that much more amazing. I have the confidence I can bottom out and not mess up anything. So coilovers, definitely, probably cut knuckles. cut knuckles. Even if I don't have the camber arms or the extended arms at the front, it is what it is. And welded diff. That is pretty much the recipe that I would go with. And maybe a bucket seat if you want, but my recommendation, drive the car, figure out the car, feel what you need, and upgrade from there. Every event you go to, maybe buy a part after that. You don't have to go and say, I need to build my whole car and go drift. My first car I drifted didn't even have a welded diff yet. I had to source how to get a diff welded. And then follow the build along. And it just came piece by piece. After every event I asked people, and they would give me recommendations, and I might find a part or something that I liked and tested it out. My previous build, the Fatco angle kit, nobody told me to get it. That was my own choice, and I don't regret it. I would do it again if I didn't have such a sweet combination with Wizard of Luck, cut knuckles, but it is what it is. Plans for the car will be painted either this week or next week. I don't want to disclose the color till we get to it. I'm going to do a full thorough video. The car is actually going to get sanded completely down so that way I don't run into the problem I had before with the paints not meshing with each other. So yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap up this video. Again, I appreciate every single one of you. Sorry, Stink. You're out here trying to learn how to do some skateboarding things. And I'm going to see you in the next one.